Mamman Akwaba is a majority leader, a member of parliament. Nimian for lawyer AFENYO Markins. Akwaba.
Yeja, Omahin. My music and I'm Brasimara. Meant a new way to Fujina. One fine chairman there. Meant to member do her what time I yen I to the Yababa. A Juman Mesama Akoyano the Yenanum Dom Kumafo. 1 year and she said there were Baba sitting by 2 p.m. 2 p.m. and so no one by or day train on. In fact, we had to start sitting because still you're from and there were some few important government business to be done. Until now, the major cherry. Until my pacho near them now. Oh yeah, Mayor Mazifa. Until one fine chap.
But okay, 2 p.m. Is it in relation to Omolet or Muchobas? They always be appearing.
Yes, what's it? So normally, sir, yen at all case in Bada, they would go in solidarity until they open court, and that has been it. And once they wrote to the speaker and gave that indication, meaning that each day of court sitting, Parliament will start late. Unfortunately, that is where we are.
But I'm sure these matters should be resolved on these issues about, say, a member of parliament, Echo Quarter, Ayana, whether MPP or NDC, the attempts to be part of the process now. What do you want to achieve? That to intimidate or to show solidarity or to do what? To change the course?
I think it's more of solidarity because.
But I'm think it through because I'm sure you are there representing our interests as Ghanaians, not a particular person or a political party. But that's another matter that needs to be looked at because it's very unfair.
I would want us to discuss this matter.
But leader, say when you say it's unfair because and you may be a Ghana bit mine a be an asana montu, alcohol to a lot of processes. I'm not holding brief for anybody, but I think the Ghana factor should always be on the higher side.
The Ghana factor must
it should be winning. Yeah, of course.
But it's also an election year, and people apply all manner.
We should not see the election year as a year that all manner of things that are weird and unnecessary, very much avoidable, because it's election year. So we can do things just for that sake. It's not fair because meaning is a. Because of Omaini Ewa Court, Yenina, Ghana, Yenina, no mine or Ghana. So that's what we should be asking ourselves, that when people are elected into office, are they serving interest of individuals or political parties or the Ghana factor near the core? Because at the end, they Ugo Boom Kunta Krum for our mere Ghana for. So members of parliament, Mr. Brasim, including the majority, Monsumo Mudi Baumiechi. The vice president, who is now the flag bearer, our reporters are also telling us same. So where is Ghana? Leader, where is Ghana? Because anytime our reporter is giving us feedback, it's an empty house. We are not that technical aspect, and yet the muhu a year honor chess, your committees, but committees leader don't want to committees. So how is Parliament? The Parliament that is giving us 2 reports on a certain IGP inquiry. This is serious. Are you aware, leader?
No, I'm not aware.
The Parliament that a report about the chairman claims that he has no idea of that report. Are you aware?
Me tell one radio. And I'm be them. So I think.
But you're in Parliament, leader.
Yeah, but Mexico catch on. I'm not aware. You use the word. Are you aware? I'm not aware.
But one.
Well, I'm yet to know the details, so I would find out.
But you know about the case, the inquiry, the IGP matter.
It was a matter of public knowledge.
But leaders own him.
There.
Say, it's not interest to him. But what is to say, sir, report now.
Now, on my end, it has a BBI agenda. I want him.
BBI.
Of course, but I mean, people wake up and set an agenda. People plan that, and they obey the Mazi. So it makes it difficult for you to even know that the Masemi or a genuine national interest. I've been in politics for a little while, and I've been in Accra politics for a little while, and you and I know. You and I know. You and I know. We know what we know, and we know what we know. So sometimes I feel sorry for the country. Sometimes I feel very sorry for the country and our democracy, because it means that you be no one to try and joke. And you be no one can then no, I won't allow this. You are gone. You and I know,
and that's a serious matter.
It is. I mean, it's very worrying. Sometimes I'm saying, I'm saying, it's your creeper. My bin warrior ni. Damn not. I'm not for plot. You know, newspapers. Obia Tro Bibi was Akasha Konebi. You know, I remember those days. Your opposition until we came into government, and I must confess, na maintains a maybe ase. Sometimes you will be there. Intendana yenu okuja to black and others was wokita documenta na masro mese akompoko. Because some of these businessmen, they go and tender. When they win, glory to God, they go to God take chapel and do thanksgiving. If they don't win, then they are looking for parliamentarians. They come to parliament. We experience it in opposition. They come and give you 1,001 reasons why there is corruption. Then also, and then they themselves will connect the media. You know, before I realize
it's all over.
You are the donkey in the stable without knowing.
You don't know anything.
Yes. So these days, you always, if you're a serious politician, you must ask yourself, who is the donkey? Be careful, it's not you. If you are not careful, you immediately become the donkey. Maybe you are the donkey without knowing. You must ask yourself, because I'm not for Sora. How to undo others, how to destroy others, how to plot, how to do, and that is what
but
leader, and that is unfortunate.
Yeah, very well. That's why I was coming to. No, my story near both time is just to undo, to outsmart, and to
now Ghanaian businesses are suffering. Them tax exemptions here, Akemi. Right
now issues or
no
leader, not issues or
it's very pathetic.
These matters of tax exemptions
is going, because Obiri share the sebe as he abeng grant exemption now about boa companies now uncoffee to my employee, but the fact yankuntia I had them companies in waba wobenyiska and shana wababwa aben. Is that correct? Let us look at ABR tax exemption regime and for abuse. So biba no catch them there. AFENYO marking. I support the government on the following conditions. ABR 1, condition number 1. The tax exemption should be granted. However, Parliament should legislate as a regime. It will be difficult for the person to abuse it. I'll say yes, this person is being patriotic, because we also don't want people to abuse it. In Zamana Krabana, it's about your factory should be the same in Zama. Raw materials should be the same thing. There must be proper accounting, and there must be a transparency. That I agree. But this whole thing there, attack, or you be an agenda. One point the chief executive be what institution be, then unkofunu no say in the one fayinsha hamaye, one fayinsha to frustrate the person. At the end of the day, people forget that this is a country. How many Ghanaian businesses are surviving today? How many Ghanaian businesses have become multinational? How many Ghanaian businesses can say they have become generational businesses?
It's difficult.
But there are foreign companies, and Oman, have you also realized that in all our political discourse, as if there's somebody has warned us that this is a no-go area. Have you realized any foreign company that has been put on the banner?
Edding.
When a foreign company wins a bid, it's not corruption. When it's a Ghanaian business, or corruption.
Maybe politicians is no mama room for that. And essential for
to some extent, I agree with you. To some extent, I agree with you. To some extent, I agree with you. That is why we, the political class, must be careful.
But maybe that's why they will single you out and say, you are misrepresenting what the NDC always wants to say on matters of free SHS, especially your description and interpretation of they deliberately trying to run away from.
But that is what they are doing. Oma in Bocho, Ame, me a leader of government business. My job is to lead government business on the floor of the house. My job is to inform Parliament of policy decisions of the executive, because by the seat I sit on, I attend cabinet. My job is to liaise with all the ministers as their primus and relate to Parliament. So if by the grace of God, Abense free SHS policy opedo or the enactment or the embrace na embranu regulate, then I announce it on the floor as part of a business statement. Now, minority ranking member on education, or your NDC for one spokesperson on education. Oba, no bakade, on tay. Free SHS and they are opposed to it. One penny. What again? Is it not speaking for them? And then the NDC party machinery, the headquarters of the party, issued a statement that they are against the bill. They are rejecting the bill. They oppose to the bill.
For a good reason.
What is their reason?
But leader, you can't just oppose without a reason.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying there. It was rather too early for them to say that they are opposing the bill when they have not even seen the bill. You've not seen the bill. By mere announcement of the coming into force of a law, you say no. Same as they oppose the free SHS itself. Kufuor's health insurance policy, wasn't there an enactment to back it? Didn't NDC say the Waba power will be a one time premium, meaning that they were going to amend the law and make it mandatory, make it one time premium there. You try into for the rest of your life. What be me? So there is precedence that all major social intervention policies are backed by law. So what Akufo-Addo is doing is not new. He only want to fortify it. Now, let's go a bit into law.
More fear be able to do law.
No fear. No fear of what? Don't even go there.
More fear be said.
There is no fear of anything. What we want to do is to ensure that we enact the law to bind all of us to create a new national psyche, which will lead us into a certain point. That look, as a country, Yenya Damazi, free SHS is non-negotiable. Free SHS is non-negotiable. However opposed the NDC is to it, is non-negotiable. It's non-negotiable. We want to force the free SHS on them. Make sure that they don't in any way stand in the way of the free SHS.
But leaders told some of the issues they've raised.
Don't mind them. What's their quality?
No, but that's very important.
Let's deal with statistics.
They've raised
the average. What has been the average performance since the free SHS was introduced, as compared to when they were in office, when we had no free SHS? Today the average exceeds 60%. In their time, it was less than this. To the extent that their own flag bearer, mesmerized by the performance of the student, now was raising doubt. You remember, he passed some comments, trying to more or less ridicule the performance of the student.
That we know.
I don't want to repeat those words. Now they talked about infrastructure. I challenge every NDC activist, including their communicators, to go to all secondary schools in the country and come out and tell us that they haven't seen a single infrastructural development since the introduction of free SHS. This government has expanded infrastructure, is building new schools, including the e-blocks. E-blocks now are one major policy initiative. They could build only 27. When we came, we built 31 more and commissioned them, and they are in use. We have even done better than their own policy on e-block day schools. Apart from that, we have built more secondary schools. Today, all the 58 vocational technical institutions have seen massive, I repeat the word, massive infrastructure development. What do I mean by massive? One, they have seen new administration blocks. They have seen new classroom blocks. They have seen new boarding facilities. Okay, and they have seen new building and construction equipment. Every single NVTI in the country. It challenge one. I will not come and sit on this your respected platform and spew lies, engage in propaganda. So I'm throwing a challenge to every NDC communicator to come back and tell me the government vocational training institution it has not been considered. And I'm telling you that Winneba, we used to have 320 the population of the Winneba Vocational Training School. 320. One vocational training schools by a free secondary school, a free. Now it's gone to 1,300. 1,300. So it tells you one thing, that when we had the free SHS minus our NVTIs, there were people who were still sitting at home and now won't go school. Now when we made that 1-2 free, we have seen an increase in enrollment. As at today, we have 1.6 million Ghanaian youth, teenagers, adolescents in secondary schools, as compared to the 800 we came to meet in 2016. So it means between 2017 and now, we have had an astronomical increase in terms of enrollment by a figure of 600,000. So from Kwame Nkrumah Nabredo, BEPIM 2016, you were talking about 800,000. Yet within just 7.5 years, you have 600,000 more. Now school will be reopening. New free SSS students will be going. So you can imagine how the numbers will go up again. This government cannot claim perfection. This government cannot claim the NBBI 100%. But that in spite of all the challenges, MPP Aben is far better than the NDC. Look, it be someone there, and you be a row, and now NDC for they have a new vision for this country. It's the same old NDC party members in parliament who were ministers, who were misgoverning this country. I'm making a point.
It doesn't hold.
No, I'm not.
It's a party.
I'm making a
political
point.
Party.
Yeah, so that's what.
But what is new about the MPP?
But it is a subset that add up to make the whole.
But I'm saying that
the individual members that make up the party.
I'm asking. So what is new about this NPP that is seeking to break the 8 for Ghanaians to believe?
Okay,
what is new?
Very well.
These are the same old MPP people
who have done better than the NDC.
Well, that is your measurement.
But don't forget
that's
that
a measurement. That's a measurement. Because people will also tell you times are tough. Look at all the indices and the indicators. They are not favorable for business community. Look at how young men are exiting the country. You cannot simplify it by saying that the performance of the MPP is superior to that of the... What are the lenses? What are the indicators? These are what we have to look at.
Thank you very much. Good points. So, issue number 1. Let's do electricity. When NDC was in office, utility tariffs were increased. Huge. People were complaining. We in opposition then said that government should reduce the tariffs. They said Riaza Yezen, and they say so publicly. The lead communicator was the president then, President John Mahama.
That we should pay realistic prices.
Realistic prices. Now, we made a promise, so we will reduce the tariffs. In 2018, a major announcement was made through PURs.
Correct.
Where households enjoyed as much as 18%, they reducing electricity tariffs up to 30%. Industries, the mining companies got huge rebates. The point I'm making here is that Sanche and this is all Abema. So now I would jump into why I say we have done better. And if they were in government, things would have been worse. You reduce them percentage. What's 1 to until do 1%. So I'm saying that the same NDC in Baba Kacho there. sebe yembo yen ho moze no onu botu wa yenie ya catch and the debi onya no kwar because per your track record no you said certain things were not possible. Two young for aferfo Shasifi Axim Fobra Commander Edina Fetwem Bramore apa efutu bra eyi wo friend Jamestown na foko koduketa and this foko bobosia wo China damu bosia no wo friend CDB facility China Development Bank loan bosia na wo kobo en what's there was bi rebebesi eyi wo friend then landing beach site wo besi say abo waf. Now let me tell you what happened. After 2 years, Busena Woko Bonumpon, there were what we call penal charges, pre-disbursement charges. In other words, the Chinese told the government that look, in scan ready. Now say, Ambeji scanning Tama, you will pay a penalty. And Ghana was paying penalty for non-disbursement. After 2 years, they came back to Parliament to say that why you be offering a capping. So from under NDC, there was nothing like a facility, a major infrastructure, coastal, the wharf for our fisher folks. Yana for who anyashri in few. Akufo-Addo Bay. Obey the same year, 2017, one day, Akufo-Addo Bay, also the Oboko Kope Bosia, no way basic landing beach site. Menyoka say 13 of the coastal communities are benefiting from landing beach project, including Efutu. And there, so afrafo ehumi tuwo epoda wonsro tribute. And this wotumi ya damazia. Yes, Waketa. Yes, we Jamestown. Yes, we Mori. Yes, we Senya. Yes, we Futu Winneba. A dinampo Elmina Zinsport Wavy Wa Commission. Yes, we discourse. Now, say Damazi Nasa NDC York onya bentum wentum 1 year. No so catch there. Onu owa amembu hu nyimzichen NDPP. Inti aba wo babotwe won to mo hona. Mo hu kwanda machire there. Me jitu me there nzema me ye 100%. And on my Kasa, you are preaching to the converted. I'm a businessman. I know the challenges.
You know that the dollar is not good.
Of course, it's true.
You know that the dollar is not healthy for local businesses.
I can't deny and I won't deny. I must not deny because that is the truth. But you and I also know because we're a businessman. Nkofu prefer the radio to pepeneti. But when you're a businessman, and you're there just last week, China freight. Where you increase it more than 3 times. How does it affect businesses? Now explain. Or you give and take. Oh, no. Does it affect businesses locally or not?
Leader was
oh, come on,
Leader, do go. No. I'm here to ask questions.
No, you are not. We are having an interaction.
I'm here to ask questions. So, leader,
these are there. Prices now cost I order BB. I'm an invoice. In fact, I ordered for some things. The manufacturer had given me an invoice. He came back and told me there, we change. As you know, it has gone up by more than 50%. Price are not
justifying or equalizing. Which one is it for Ghanaians to understand?
No, Oman, you are not being fair.
But I'm saying justifying.
Oman, you are not being fair.
We admit that times are tough.
So what I'm saying is that because we are in political competition, and you have another political party or Abakade, anu or when you music ayanti, we hear the match and same. I had a man, the many pan bottom. Waka kakasebina obia for mountain as if the mumba mumbazin. But on was it too many man also to me yet. Share simple things. A teacher training allowance. A nursing training allowance. About some see.
But so we disagree for a purpose. The approach to your approach is like the progressive.
What's that they cancelled it too.
For a reason.
They cancelled it.
But attach reasons.
They cancelled it. What's the Sikeni Ghana? What's the Aben Misika? That is why they cancelled it. Now let's move to even recruitment into the public sector. Nurses, teachers, and then this abroad, they had a backlog of over 7 years. I'm not saying that today we don't have a backlog, but we were able to clear all this backlog. In can what for we are, I hear 1 year, 2 years. What's 1 or 3 month back pay? In there, so what regularize where you get everything that you were entitled to. I know there were backlog of 2 years, but end this abroad no backlog here. Inflation is it not better today? My member and say me propaganda be a warrior. And remember, I want to address it. University of Ghana Medical Center. I want to address it. And Obibe say facts are sacred. Facts. No calls a car in show. Into America, I'm ending this for bawa. A push one. Share 2017, just after the election. Now yen one ma Akufo-Addo aben in Betine Gwado. Now I'm paying Mahama or commission phase 1 of University of Ghana Medical Center. Or commission in his speech. This was a project young papa at a month away and baby say Yamin crazy or initiative and or commission phase 1. Phase 1 no or commission we no. Or man pay Mahama na some or can you there. Says no as we phase 1. But answer na University of Ghana Medical Center and obey your operational. Na wetum na waye a facility obotum wetua e kaw na azen chida aben foforo na orban wetum wakobobosia to complete the phase 2.
That's true.
Now without the phase 2, the phase 1 could not have been what? Operationalized. And this for Baton Radio that what's all in a legacy bia Eja Mohammed in there or the University of Ghana Medical Center in a MPP for Wababa Commission. It's not true. On man paying Akufo-Addo Kobo-Bosia over $240 million. It was approved in Parliament 2018 to undertake the project to import equipment, modern machinery for medical services to make it operational. Check the records.
So,
check the record.
The phase 1 of the University of Ghana Medical Center has been commissioned by the President, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, on Wednesday, 4th January 2017, a well-attended ceremony. In his address, the President cited the influence of his predecessor, the late John Evans Atta Mills, in initiating the project, and reminded the audience that development is a painstaking process. He noted that the construction of the Medical Training and Simulation Center wing of the hospital will improve the training of medical personnel, attract the youth and medical professionals to further their studies in medicine and allied sciences, and will help to ameliorate the perennial problem of the brain drain. The President expressed the hope that the incoming President of the Republic will give the hospital a 5-year operational capacity before allowing it to be self-financing. His Excellency extended his appreciation, and he goes on and on and on and on.
Okay, be or try to cut the Sikano aben foforo no non-port the story. Also the Akufo-Addo government must look for the money. On so share report in.
I just have to look at.
Also I mean me show video no. No po all the year asro so. O try so.
Okay.
Share me nuanom MPP communicators. Mama nka se me nche ho. Someone nya kukudru na mo enfesi ye nuanom ya de bia no wo ba kanse na eguya no do hwe ye na bani onye 100% mejitum, but as bani ya solve major problems sebi onye adwene pa na amemu papa nche Ghana onye hwe oman COVID bay na ye nkwadwumo, but aban edwumayenyi bi enyi wo ba kade abenze ne ka obusum krumpo aben make sure there edwumayafo wetu en waka hwende yen police service mesema ayefewaye recruitment aban yaman police fine wo Ghana ye pon edwuma enifa ye kofia wodin a various vantage point ye feed the wire dodo wo do so mpo dodo. Who is paying them? Who recruited them? Motorbikes now police for ride in Accra ensuring the peace of the capital city. Who pays them? Is it not through government initiative? Are we hearing of armed robberies and insecurity every now and then? Whilst we are praising the police service, we must commend the government for helping the police to discharge its duties to the people of Ghana. And the NDC, all these massive recruitment, why couldn't they do it to protect lives and property? And you know, for me, when I look at them, mission one, now when the same people, now what beam, the same attitude what it is a kufo na ben. Tema kufo, and free SHA health insurance for kufo introduce what criticize Metro Mass kufo by what criticize all the major interventions obey school feeding they criticize free maternal care and this criticize. Meanwhile they had been in government for 20 years and they couldn't implement any. So some now ask myself, is it a matter of jealousy or what? But I the MPP for you de biano asamno yempeni kapi in the moment that was one propaganda was Armenian. But this time around I'm encouraging my party members. Obi eniwa wa radio duko. Obi eniwa wa bro de obe church especially your ministers. One from bill, one church nzama warrior na nzama orkodo. NDC is one young bill. No one church him so that NDC ni banos or the propaganda reba. Nipane with no call more than
but leader, you talk about propaganda when the feeling is really real. Times are tough. Forget about business. Times are tough.
Yes, but
times are very tough. You agree to that, leader?
It's a matter of fact, Omahin. It's a matter of fact. But it is better as compared to having a government that could not perform to assume the reins of government again. It will be worse if you allow NDC to come back. It will be worse because it's the same old people. Man, this argument you're also not getting into it.
Leader,
no, because for every country it is more governed by a political party at a point.
That's fair. That's fair.
Good. Thank you for saying it is fair. Now, has NDC governed this country before?
They have.
Now let us look at the interventions we've introduced. Weren't they saying that these things could not be achieved?
But these interventions,
no, I'm asking,
how well have you executed majority?
Have we executed them?
Well, how well have you executed most of them?
It is better than zero. It is better than zero.
One district, one factory, one village, one dam.
I'm saying that it is better than zero. Even if you underperform by 20%, you are better than being zero.
Creating opportunities for the youth to be engaged, to be employed, to feel safe.
Haven't you seen all the recruitment in the immigration service? Haven't you seen the no, but
are you talking about
quantum and the quality and the visibility? Aren't we seeing the police on our streets? In Winneba, the total police force in Winneba as at 2016 was 90. Today, the total police force in Winneba is over 350. Go and check. I think the Minister of Interior must even come and give the figures and put them out and see how the increase in recruitment into police alone.
Which number of people are you recruiting? The Ghanaians or MPP people?
Oh, please. Granted, they are MPP people. Are they not Ghanaians?
So that is for the security service.
I'm saying that granted.
See, MPP say.
Oh, MPP for Ghana for what about police artillery? Say MPP for what police artillery was uncle for
you buy into the issue of feeding a security agency with partisans.
No, please. Omahin Ghana hire will be abonoma.
Obia.
Ghana obi abonoma. Ghana obi abonoma. Obia
house address
Obia to Abama party be. So don't let us trivialize the argument.
But it should not be the norm.
No, but I'm not saying that. you see, that is another NDC propaganda that if you are not careful, you buy into it. Are we recruiting foreigners into the police service?
Ghanaians.
Thank you. Are we recruiting foreigners into immigration?
Ghanaians.
Are we recruiting foreigners into fire service?
But it doesn't take away.
I'm saying that
the processes. If there are challenges with the processes,
are they being trained? Don't they go through training? Police if I will ride bicycle, what them chroma, what boy yahu bani, or Ethiopia. Oh my, see, let me tell you something. As an acquire the obi our besie bi ehu. Or promise besie no the obo rent 2-bedroom na wa katina ho. After a while no, or in the katina bushefie, na azicha nkumafo washa na ya roba. Na awa na egu. Na besie ordinary raro who wake nya beyin foforo ma yede. Oyina wa waran. Na beyin foforo no we tum wa ko rent 2-bedroom.
Far better than bushefie no.
Correct. Na kakakra oyina ti. Ewu besie na oruko goma. Na hu ikunda da ono etitankwancha o ukunumpo wentum antodan amo.
But you promised. But you could not do it.
You promised. You couldn't do it. Ene kate bushefie. Na waje yaba. But ihu na but besie no odwenu kwechira. Oba hihye ben ayi oba kaka da fioko.
Okra.
But besie a wan dwena kwechi ni she will get emotional. Oba na mukweyi no na ne raho na echi wada da na ina kasha kwana ba. Nti na akoye je awar na twempuna.
So in effect the MPP is better than the NDC.
It is obvious. The facts are there. Omahin, the facts are there. First, we're accusing you there. Yet the free SHS Abba. There are no classroom blocks. Omahin, are you seeing students, lying?
We cannot eradicate that. Maybe if we improved on that.
That's what I'm saying. Omahin, I can't say 100%. That would be unfair to say that. I can't say 100%. But children, our students are not sleeping outside. Feeding in our boarding schools can be better. It can be better. But it's not in a worse state. I am saying that the situation can be better. But if it's all about the two political parties, and that is what I want people to understand. If you are judging MPP in absolute terms,
terms,
yes, you can give us any marks. But if you are comparing, that one we have to debate it, because it says MPP you are. And this is no because they are the next biggest political party. So my question is that Oman Payin Mahamat say Godono. All these improvement changes that we are seeing, they said it's not possible. Beat the Ghana a national ID cards. How many could they do? They could not even do up to 100,000.
But they did something.
I'm saying that they could not do up to 100,000. Today,
all over.
It's all over. And you see the impact, because we have some inbuilt impact on your visible. In the into me we has a keke na inform you'll be caught. In there we have systems in place that they can track you easily. The Ghana card is linked to a lot of things. Me yenya bambo wabra yehu. Ana make that sometimes asomdwe inya enwunu mfaso chide bia inya asomdwe. So I'm saying that and this into mbamba tso nkade they are better. Because even now, we have 6 months into election, it was a 5 months. Ask them what is their game changer policy. What is their game changer policy?
Maybe you've not followed the 24-hour economy.
Okay.
Maybe you've not followed other policies. For instance, the driver's pension. The driver's pension scheme. Maybe you've not followed what they want to do. Hold on. Hold on. Maybe you've not followed what they want to do at our universities. You've not followed it. Maybe you don't even know that ukada business no regulating that front legally. You have no idea. Maybe you don't know that the creation of opportunities for the youth.
Adabraka. I would want an opportunity to sit with an NDC leader for him to explain what they mean by all that they are saying. When we said free SHS, we meant free SHS. And we implemented it.
There were challenges.
A tangible policy. Wait. A tangible policy. Is there a tangible policy coming from the NDC? No. What is tangible about all that they've been saying? Sagana Yenya, for instance, many people were complaining about the Winneba Kaswa Road and
that's correct.
The traffic over Budubram.
That's correct. That's correct.
That was a tangible challenge. Are we doing it? Are we fixing the road?
Are we not worried about how Okada is just being destructive on our roads? Are we not worried? Are we not worried?
So what are they saying? What are they saying?
Of course, they are bringing in electronic motorbikes that will regulate the front.
Hold on. I
don't know what you're saying.
Start again.
Have you not listened to
the listeners?
Have you not listened to that conversation?
No. What are they saying?
So Bikacha was saying the electronic motorbike said, but two, to regulate the front.
No, wait.
And ensure.
No, what is electronic motorbike? What's better than electronic motorbike for info? No.
That's a Muslim test.
No, Mimpeda Mesro Nyabuta.
No,
Mimpeda Mesro.
I don't know what you mean.
Maybe so there. What's NDC for say Saboba Bema was it electronic motorbike. Aben is electronic motorbike.
To ensure.
No, was it for him for the for him, Baba.
Oh, but some was Sambo Castle. Why are you asking me
maybe
this? I don't speak for the NDC.
But you are bringing the matter.
These are some of the things that I've heard.
No, was Aben then. And Kukobuo, Yabenya and Kokon Kitten. Is that the thing that you are talking about?
But don't even say that.
No,
you understand that policy of it. And people going out, but honorable. You know that when you were growing up, these things were not new.
Wait.
In our backyards, Akoko Sebi, Uchibi Toko
you please. Abene said and this is for the wobber power. Tell already a confirming power was a bear no. Went to my name confirming. Now they are saying that Wabomobia Akukobu. Tell.
They never said that.
No, but let's read. Oh no. Listen to the voice. Play the video. There's a video and there's an audio. I have watched the video where former President Mahama Kade Wabama Obia Yankukobu na Nkuko Nebia Wamo Akuko Neziban. Omahin, look. Omahin. Oye. Oman oye.
Well, if you've just joined that, the leader in Ghana's parliament, majority leader, AFENYO Markins and Nedjutwe Nkomo, the time check 39 minutes after 5. I Asempa 94.7. Ekusi saying Jubedina. Quick one from name down for Clement Apak. Menken kind of quickly, then member back to our conversation. We'll be getting into your party and then what you have for us. So, Honorable Clement Apak says that leader is misinforming the public. At no time did the minority or the NDC say it was opposed to the proposed bill. He has been most unfair to the ranking member on education. Ranking never said what he has been repeating. In any case, the minority leader who speaks for us is on record to have stated on the floor to the media that we will support any bill on free SHS if such a bill is intended to address the implementation challenges and will make the program sustainable. Just as in the voice of his side, so is Ato. So why does he keep pushing an accusation against us, which he knows is untrue? Dr. Clement Apak and leader Odiwe Ediabro. So this one says that all what leader is doing is mischief and propaganda with a hidden agenda to rebrand his failed candidate and government. Can you please ask leader what he said when he was in opposition, when the dollar was going for 1,238? Do I hear the leader saying we are just criticizing his incompetent government because of jealousy? I'm disappointed in the leader for taking us for granted this afternoon. Is leader saying they have not messed up the economy, suppressed freedom of speech, and use power to destroy the judicial system in Ghana? Also, can a leader be honest to say this? Government is not engaged in many corruption allegations that were swept under the carpet. For me, I will advise the leader to please help Baumia to rearrest the dollar that has broken jail. No amount of mischief, distortion, and propaganda for leaders to throw construction stones in Winneba or our eyes. This MPP government is not the best in the history of the Fourth Republic, which the leader knows, but because of politics, he will not speak to it. And this is Paul the Soso Ewo, United States of America. Mensa Majid say, Okay, so I don't get where Mensa don't just bring up those matters. I've told you. And Kumi, please ask him where all this intervention money. Please ask him where all this intervention getting money from. A lot is from VAT, and what did they say? Okay, so you want to talk about when the VAT was being introduced, what the MPP said. So I want you to respond to Clement Apak, Honorable Doctor.
Honorable Dr. Clement Apak. You and I know that I raised this issue on the floor of the House. Your side prevented the ranking from speaking.
Hey.
In question videos, and you know, sebi.
Papa.
Members radio do na menka asama obi baka kafa bibi abaka da meboa men to me yeda mazen. When the ranking member said that he's opposed, the NDC is opposed to the free SHS bill, I brought it to the floor of the House. Mr. Speaker himself was in the chair. The man was seated there. The NDC leadership walked to him. Go and watch the videos. Play it. Let your TV station Joy go for the tape and play it for Ghanaians. They stopped the man from speaking. I've raised it 3 times when the ranking member was seated to come and say no. Then they later said, oh, Ato Forson has spoken for them, so he is their spokesperson. Atibida. Now, what they have also forgotten that their party headquarters issued a statement that they oppose to the free SHS. What did they say to that? Maybe Dr. Park is not aware.
Until the challenges and the
no.
are given.
I am saying a bill that you have not seen. How do you say you oppose to it? It tells you the kind of palpitation that goes through their system.
The both free SHS now.
When free SHS, what bozina, they palpitate. Wanakuma, no wakumetu. That is what they go through. Because it's not a policy that they want to support. I will not misquote Honorable Rankin, the MP for Akachi North. I respect him so much. But I've raised this matter on the floor of the House 3 times. Each time I did, he was prevented from responding. I will tell you the truth, on my hand. I will gain nothing from coming here to lie. And I'm saying that any day, I'm ready to debate the NDC on issues on your platform. You see, they throw dust into the eyes of people.
Dust.
And I'm saying that MPP government, in your 100%, dollar some are working. It is a reality that the dollar, the city is having challenges. But don't forget that last year, thereabouts, dollar no crawl even beyond 15%, almost hitting 16, and it came all the way to 7.8. It came down again. True or false?
True.
Did they commend us?
That's your responsibility.
No. Yes, but
that's your responsibility.
I agree.
Yeah.
But when you do it well, you must be commended. When you don't do it well, or when things get out of hand, you get criticized. What did they say? And I'm saying there, look at all the prices of products going up astronomically on the world market. Wouldn't Ghana be affected? But that is a reality.
It's a global.
Isn't that global challenge?
It's a global one. But regulating the front, that's why the minority have a difficulty with KTM on Alaji on this matter of cement.
Oh, we've resolved it. Cement.
Resolved?
We resolved it in Parliament. We did a pre-laying. First, minority they want the pre-laying. Pre-laying there. Instead of Yazi Mbrano Baba Botugano, a special committee should look at it. Into the committee that looked at it, yes, subsidiary legislation committee, it is headed by the minority to serve as a check on government. Now they've deliberated and we built consensus on the key issues that would affect, manufacturers. It's been looked at and it's been resolved. So this is a listening government on my hand.
When you say it's been resolved, what does it mean? That now clarity is...
There's clarity. We've laid it. We laid it. That is one of the things that delayed me from coming. One of the things that delayed my coming was that airline.
So the expectation of the Ghanaian is that soon cement prices will be regulated or what?
No. What I'm saying is that I would, on my hand, I wouldn't want to be the spokesperson for the Ministry of Trade. the nitty-gritties.
It's been done.
It is, he has to come and do it. For the law, I have made sure that both sides have resolved and they've done it the way the members of that community of traders, businessmen in that subsector would want it done for them.
Okay.
But as to the exact, let the trade minister.
Majority leader, let's talk a bit about your party, then we'll get to the youth bit and your constituency and we wrap up. Or time, entry new side. We don't say we'll pay any signal, say more time. So we need to also understand you from that point. But to your party and matters happening, there seem to be a creeping level of indiscipline and utterances being healthy for the cohesion of your party. Key amongst the utterances when the name of your running mate and the expression of certain views are some people feel that is not healthy for the party MPP.
Oh man, let sleeping dogs lie.
I see what you're saying.
The our ajibro, baby I do know. Nyankopon na dum yenya ya tie wan se de obi enyu ho a oyo tie na enyi. Oya politicians here funny kakra. I hear politicians, they are funny. Sometimes I find it difficult to describe our own character and our behavior. They are funny. I had aza obiape. Na sonu wenya ofi de nyimponya nyimpo deserve. It's funny. But that is how politicians behave. Politicians sometimes we are funny. I'm being honest. But let it remain like that. It's okay. Nyamina aduma yauda. The processes will be triggered for a final decision. So we'll wait for that. But let me give you a little bit of history. You know, young tradition is a tradition of peers. The UP tradition now, it's become MPP today. No? It's a tradition of peers. In Tibasha, UGC Sinara Kasana were established. No? It can history book. No history book, no political history would give you who the chairman of that party was. Only was it Kwame Nkrumah bed on by a general secretary. Until young painful now, what's your party now? They were PS. One in our church one adrin. So there is part of the party's culture. Do be a pedo chanadrin. Makede or Aruneseku. Otasen na meta ben yezi nkomo pa no de bioka buzia na ben cabinet debates okay bitrem also look akrachefu na wo dem one obi mpo feed onyimi che buzia how dey seku na okay ose kwamena na midi easy okay na efutum osko afeniche mu wo school mu di lawyer mu di engineer mu na ato nti na buzia ma fa amebia mu kompo. In other words, buzia na mpone wo mbu ni bi obia that's MPP for you. Obia kachale, you know, center right ideology, you must be well established yourself, you must come on the table with something, you must be somebody. That is MPP. So to manage such a political party you need a lot of tact, wisdom and diplomacy. Igbo hardball PR won't say basifom. So that is the nature of our party. Until somewhere, look at what happened to us in 79, where because of political ego and peer, you know, me paying because under normal sense, somebody will say that the Pa William were of the first generation. Until why there, Victor Wusu a challenging, but at the end of the day, there were others who felt that look, you know, Yensu, we come on the table with something. So you realize that coming into 1992, no, in painful be what you fast. Now one ma is in was it a leadership be two party no do. What started with them Dan Kwabuzia fan club. That is what saved us. But that's massa. The Mizina was it to do, and then now it moves Dan Kwabuzia tradition, Dan Kwabuzia Dombo tradition. Now it didn't be to do. Otherwise, we'll be able to claim it there. Then background tradition, this tradition and all that. That is what has helped us. Otherwise, our party is a party of peers. It has no single leadership there. One tree, of leadership that everybody is worshipping. So like Nkrumah's CPP, everybody saw Nkrumah there. Nkrumah, that's the man. Rawlings, no matter what, the NDC saw the look, it is Rawlings and it's Rawlings. But yes, and on to them, into yes, and Iwabuta, na is a navigate, why your leader, you know, obi to me catch the look. I want to put my party no more. Ya wa ife bi wa fan mapa. Echi mecho mapan nase mecho mapa. Mapan na nase. But obi botu ma catch the ame me MPP mapa chen. I wonder ben ebe. But nso wutu ni pe no. But ode nya abota. Oyin de ni nyina ahye webufu. Boja to masa. Nti MPP ya party bia was abota tinem. Oyin de ma obi o push you out. Obi kabibi no provoke anya abota. Na abompa da wo so ombre boso. Nti mi za maka yin de ye nuano ma egwa no ato won nde. Oye ye papa bra omia. And onye ye bread the pain napo. That is if we complete the processes on Thursday. I don't expect surprises. I mean, from the way things are going, it appears Onana, the crown prince, you know, Onana Azeno was a Manara. What I'm saying is that they should look at all these, that the party they are leading is a party of peers. I repeat, there must be a constant reminder that the party they are leading is a party of peers. Nti abuteri yenyina yebenya emi ametwe odubia MPs obi so akanadwen tro bibina say what's wa kanadwen akeke bi a tro kakra odubia ya bo pound for pound kakra na yewi ayare konsa because in the egugu su pie so egugu pie so na wotu afodo nti oya na wo so abo pound for pound kakra na yewi aye adwubro na yekoyenyim. So going into the 2024 elections, whatever the case is, flag bearer, wafan running mate, yenya yako yenyim. Yenti yanwase de, yenyanum NDC for yen wakope. Our policies are far superior to theirs, or NDC for. We should market it, reach out to the people, reach out to the grassroots. Hunde, NDC, as a croya, what you need to there. What our bold relationship be at the grassroots. That is one weakness of our tradition. And anytime our tradition had gone to the grassroots, we had.
Let me see. Let's make that yes.
Anytime our tradition had gone to the grassroots, the results had become massive.
I see. So, but
so you call grassroots.
Yeah, so you call grassroots. That's your party strategy. I don't want it. Yeah, leader. So Baumia goes into this election just like you questioned about what they are going with in terms of the NDC. Baumia goes into this election with which kind of policy? Just give me two of the policies. Two policies of Dr. Baumia.
One, he is proposing an advanced digitalization policy as a means to industrialize our country. And I would want to stay there. That is his major policy.
Digitalization.
Introducing an advanced form of digitalization, centering government policy on digitalization to advance the cause of the country, because it will be the basis
so
for
digitalization as a conduit.
Because it is, yes, it's a conduit. Because it is the way to go. If you do not digitalize, like today, you get to the airport and nobody is there to check you in. If you don't know how to check in using your electronics, you cannot board. Nobody will be there. Everything is machinery. Today, you can check in and choose your seat before you get to the airport. So you don't rush to the airport and all that. You can get there and just drop your bag. What he is saying is that with this advanced digitalization, it is also a platform for job creation, because a lot of the challenges we face in terms of job creation is because we, the human resource, we don't meet the market demand. If you have human resource with no matching skill for the demand of the market, they will be unemployed, but the jobs will be there. His focus is for us to industrialize through digitalization. Now, that means that we are preparing the population for the change. And once we fit into the change, we are able to develop the skill to create the opportunities. An example, people want to sell. I asked a lady over the weekend in Winneba. That's an example. Also, there will be real Nenzama one store. Inti says ya wakoto up. Inti Nenzama no gufie. Ena unkrofo order. Mishia obi so opamazi or a fashion designer. Also ni shop, but often through social media. In a week, all your sales about 3,000. You have a lot of restaurant more chop baby war Legon, Kwanodo, East Legon ho. Na your package fufu ho. Last 2 weeks, many uncle doctors say be boy. You crowd the case fufu. You could do and I want me empty. Let me be said na chop by we gwan. Also no, my minister they be honorable. Say me nana ba ko te me nchen. Onu kura ni phone. Into onu no gi order no. No de to social media. Ena yeah. Into you deliver ma nkrofo into motorbike is here. Into new media.
So his question is on era of digitalization. That's
because that is the surest way to address the unemployment situation. If we have the skill, every sector of our economy requires a new skill. Which skill is anchored on digitalization.
Leader, it's always a pleasure to be talking to you, but just like I told you, time. I have a lot of questions for you. Maintaining exhausted here, but I need to just say thank you for your time. Won't even call without your constituency. How is your Asafo group doing?
Tafuna denzefo woma abochire ne ye kraboshe oya asomdwe so ntimo bo wona bado aka wona yukoaze onchire biara and so Asafo no wo
we are part of the group
and you kan ye nyina ya bobi
konyuma ya otututu
no Asafo nju say yesuan ade yesuan en ntumna enka won wa bre insuan njum no nya
drivers no ne omo obo no are they not living up to expectations?
Man, you know they are not living up to Kofu Pimo Wuntia, and it's another major topic. Man, 1 minute na menka she iron politicians in Ghana yanga say yahu Satan yenyum no kwa. We don't know where to do politics and when to address national issues. That's the problem of democracy now. In Kade, problem democracy in Kwe. And your politicians must see, the political class must see itself there. And you know, was it true, whether you are in government or in opposition. We should know what the national issues are, and we should know the partisan political issues. It's a good question you've asked me. Say man kasa mukotoku menyana minjine yeya. Nka how would I survive? Adum keke ito ka manyimpa ontua ofi de wenya no na wentua no so wase no na se yeto abobo ya yeto pragia ebinum so obotua echi nipa ya se shane so honorable wontuo mi wa waye sales yem brother owo Tema West ni no I'm told or the Uber man ne youth ni bi because wentua na oji nti wanto abaman. The level of impunity in Ghana no now you show. The level of impunity on my hand now you show. People must be made to be responsible. Look, government after government. On my hand, it's not because MPP wabem and NDC wabem. If we don't address the impunity as a political class and allow people to be punished when they get it wrong, this country will continue to have challenges. Because an investment must be an investment, and something called consumption that is what the wenum so one's in wenum. If ame meto hima mezimo offering na offering no wentua hima na kawa no be fufu hima, how do I pay for it? Mpocho if in my outboard moto in my weed side in my farm inputs na farmers and what on $1 no. No, how do you go back? Because everybody feels there. Me a gun and you are ben azizi, aben aza. And I ain't beginning now. Men one wa NDC. Obi a bona waka. Now obey the partisan. MPP so obi a bona waka. Why are the partisan? And people are gradually taking us down the drain. At the end of the day, oyanya politicians wo boyen sombo into what boy and no kwanda, because we have the authority to take the right decisions. But sometimes you're slow. But because of partisan political, convenience into Yanka, Omayin is a major problem.
Okay, so one of our
it's a major problem.
finest broadcasters, Patrice Amegashi, formerly of Radio Gold, or say 7 hour can, you are spot on. It's just the point.
I mean, Maka there, Obiya Papa, Maka. So if I can't, and I've told my constituents, I will abuse opportunity. In Kanka be Obiako police, no answer what's Obiako soldier. If you win about soldier, Waka be was Manka Pacho, Mesami Manka Pacho, Mawande,
We lose vote.
Makapa, Oyehe, Omahin, say, and Bolusi vote, the Chronos say. You've seen what is happening in Kenya. The new generation from Jay-Z. You've seen in Kenya.
We will lose vote.
Mr. There, you've seen what is happening in Kenya. If out of fear you don't correct your children, Sawoba or your born and correcting. No jinsema that what you second word.
But that's what you've done.
So
that's what our judiciary.
That's why we can start at any point. We can start today. That's why I said that. Though I was about to leave, bringing in this question, I said let's pause and deal with it. And I'm challenging my brother here in NDC and my own colleague here in MPP, and I'm challenging you in the media that let's begin to talk about these things and get people to do the right thing. Aren't we careful in littering?
Extremely. Extremely.
You won't even think of it.
Extremely.
Remember, why how on in Namu boat, Namu boat. And you there boat no Mapam boat no 2010. Bapemende, Emi Kwame na mentu boat na ka. Meanwhile, a fall for na wo boat no muno. Where's his day? No, you make a joke. And I know many people who have invested in people. Look, I know businessmen. Because I'm in the private sector, let me tell you something. There are businessmen in Ghana who are saying that they are keeping their monies in treasury bill. Because Obo Enejuma Obogu. I know real estate developers. What for workers from Togo, what for Togolese tilers, mason, full POP full. Now Burkinabes have also entered the market. Nigerian youth have entered the market. When you ask them what's there, young Ghanaian youth in Dobejuma, Azicha Omba. Because Mr. Dem Kanenima or what to abate him to Miss Manka. Nothing is sending you no comments in Obaka the politician wait Jessica.
Okay, so some few text messages lead.
I think we need to address this.
We will.
It's not a matter of
we will.
MPP NDC. And you know, because if we don't address it as a political class, and we think we are now benefiting from it because you went there for unemployment. I don't know what to Obama. When you come into the power, the attitude will not change. It will get worse.
The same situation.
And one day. We may not contain, we will not be able to contain it. So let's address the impunity in the country.
So as well to ask,
let's get our people to be hardworking. Let's jump home.
Honorable Vondi, Mufan Chairman, wrap up. So the former National Security Coordinator says that 2025 should be a fresh page for this country because
it should even be now. The fresh page should be now. And we, the politicians, MPP, NDC, must say that these are the national issues. Isn't the NDC aware? Isn't the MPP aware that a lot of the youth in construction sites are non-Ghanaians? Are they not aware?
Togolese.
Don't they see that it's a security threat? If today, what's the demonstration be, you will find them attacking government. If MPP, NDC comes to power tomorrow, the same thing. So why don't we start a program, an orientation to psych them that look, this is your country, this is our country, let's build it. Let's begin to shape opinion, attitude, and the behavior of our people. Can't we act collective on that? That because we think that, Emi may benefit.
Leader.
I will benefit. So we will speak.
Okay, so my greetings to the workaholic majority leader, Honorable AFENYO Markins, and tell him the MPP and the diaspora are in full support of Dr. Bawumia and post-choice. And then they are saying that long live the new MPP. President of Denmark, Kennedy appeared the way. But Guy G also writes to say that digitalization majority leader talking about the digitalization majority leader is talking about is the way forward. Ghanaians should also expect DMD's land digitalization, which will promote transparency in the land records in Ghana. My regards to the majority leader, Guy G, the Dewe Diaba. And Patricia Megashi says that you are spot on. Frank Nemo say digitalization is the key. I work at a parking garage in New York, and I trust if you don't know anything about digital, you can't even move most of the cars. I pity most of our mechanics in the near future, Oman. And he says, good evening, boss. Another one gets to Nana Amponsa Bidiako, says, Honorable AFENYO Markin is saying, what Honorable AFENYO Markin is very true today. Most people are deliveries and it's booming very fast. The youth should engage in online business and they won't regret. Nana Amponsa Bidiako. Guy G. Okay, so Gaji talks about a correction. He says that Jay-Z, not but Gen Z. Okay, so Gen Z stands for Generation Z. Okay, so Guy, thank you for what you just
Gen Z. That's the new new generation.
Okay, so lots of the messages, lots because Facebook they are sorry. Central region okay for it's falling for the MPP.
Oh, from what we have done so far and what I'm seeing, if we manage to strategize on it, we would come home with no less than 14 seats.
Central region?
Yes. It's coming from me. I'm saying that with what I am seeing and what we've done so far, if we work at these things well, we should come home with no less than 14 seats.
I see.
On your automatic, you have to work hard.
Okay.
To win an election, you need to cultivate relationship. You need to nurture it. And you know, we need to work hard at it. And Mr. Efutu youth there, the new Efutu dream, has no room for impunity.
The new Efutu dream
has no room for impunity.
Vote so person will increase in.
No, Omahin, forget about vote. If we do, no. He's asking. That's a devil's advocate. Don't worry, Omahin. That's where he put it. Omahin, those who understand me, those who no, Debbie, it's okay. Those who want the right thing to be done, those who want a transformed Efutu, will not say that MP parenting into Abaman. Look, we used to have an MC in Winneba called Ticheni.
Yeah.
He was respected because he was very strict.
Okay.
Obi Nimpana no was teacher Nichwa or Betchiwatum. No, you know him. He was a very respected MC in Winneba because Makwan for indiscipline.
Right.
So let's embrace it. That is the dream of Efutu.
Thank you.
No room for impunity. Yen yazini ye na impuntu nembra. Iye youth na mamo abobo ya fa ye adwuma tuaka na wunye bi. Iko police, iko soldier. We pay ne kakra na zidun kakanka manka ye yi na wonche na nka de ekwa MP wona wa kapache obi anka pache omo.
All right.
Say one more dweti the feti gwa shemugwa dweti 1000 won saka woza menka di na wi anka de na meba yer.
Okay.
Iye bio.
All right.
Ye adwumazin na okomanzo. That is a new message. Ye adwumazin. Adwumazin
na commando.
Ye adwumadin na commando. Eza wuye adwumadin se de be ye kom nkede
fa asafo nyumba ko sori. Fa sori le fa asafo nyumba do. Fa asafo nyumba.
Omahi wo leader do.
Fa asafo
asafo nyumba do dru ansa na. Owo me owo me owo me owo se be kwe ekwa adibo ado. Ama sobeyo sonkeyo oma wojimo oya chine oya entremasem ose yara sunfa sobeyo sonkeyo yedu semo
really that.
Woman,